Vera, what a big game this is now. The final game of Group I. We know what's at stake, really, don't we?
Yeah, we need to win because we do not expect Ukraine to lose points in the game against Montenegro, and that starts in the same time. So we'll keep an eye on that, of course. But yeah, we need to win, and we need to find a way to do that.
You've been working with the team now for 9 days. How have those extra days helped in terms of preparation?
We have done. We are prepared in a way that we also put in football conditioning to get the players a boost in their recovery rate, so from explosive actions, so that they could last longer in the game. And especially the players in Ireland were a bit behind. So we get data in every day, and we create the sessions in a way that part is trained, part from the tactical side. And we do that in football games. So it's very encouraging to see how quickly the boost is if you give them a boost, and how quickly the reaction is, and how big a difference you can make in 1 week in that. And now it's about becoming fresh, so that everybody's completely rested when the game starts.
With this camp now, it's the last one of the year, and it's been a long year because of COVID and the pandemic. But it almost feels like the team is only really getting started. It feels like there's improvements being made all of the time. Yeah,
every camp, every day we play better football, and that is encouraging. And it is heartbreaking again that we just did not have that little bit of luck in Ukraine that you need to then break through a barrier. And we knew if we would make it, then we would win the playoffs. We're so sure, because then we have a few more months and we can grow further, because there's no ceiling for this team yet. But we have to do it today. It's a reality. It's part of sport. It's heartbreaking. But we have to do it now. We are ready. We are ready, and we see what we can do.
You spoke before the Ukraine game about wanting to make the Irish public proud.
Yeah.
I assume that's the same emotion going into this?
Exactly the same, especially because it's Germany. There's not a big chance that we get the result that we want. So we want to make the people proud. And we want to show the world that we're on our way and that we will be there. Even if we don't make it now, we will be there in the near future.
There's certainly a feeling that you are on the way with this team, that you are building something, the players are responding, the football's getting better, and you can see that in the reaction of the fans and the coverage as well.
It is so nice that everybody is seeing that, because even after the loss in Ukraine, people were seeing that this was just one of those games, and everybody was so proud of us. That's the first time that I experienced that after a loss, people are actually so proud, because we played so well. We were dominating an opponent that is ranked higher than us on the FIFA ranking list, with far more experience in that squad. They've qualified several times for finals. And for us, that gives us even more courage to go into this game.
It's still, as you say, it's in our hands. If we win, we do get a playoff place, so it's all to fight for really now. Of course, miracles do happen, and we only finish after the last whistle of this game, and then we see where we stand. But regardless, Ruud Dokter, our high performance manager, has seen every training session of us, and he was saying this week, like, you've only had, in 14 months' time, only six games so far. But if you see the difference between last year, when we had our first camp before Ukraine, the home game, and now, he says the pace is gone is now so much higher, and the control is so much better already, even though we only have had these small moments in the year. And that shows how concentrated the players and how determined the players are, and the staff also, because outside these camps we are in contact and with certain players more than others, but there's a lot of influence on the let's say the not lineup players also, with video, that we see their games, that we reflect, that they have goals to achieve in the next period, and then we come back to it. Next to that they become fitter,
It just became fitter over the whole line, also the younger players.
In a way as well, this is what international football is all about, to be in these positions, to play these big games with something still to play for on the line.
I mean, playing Germany at this stage is fantastic in itself. We must make sure that it stays this fantastic feeling, even if we do not manage to get something out of it. The only thing what I do hope is that we don't go out because it's Germany to get a soft penalty in the last minute or whatever. That is the fear that I have, because small countries usually go, when they're on the fringe, they go out on decisions like that. But other than that, we are ready. We want to play our best game ever and want to make the country proud. And then again, at the finish line, we see if we're just ahead or if Ukraine is just ahead of us.
And just to rewind back to your first game in charge, you remarked after the game, I think you called the team a bunch of tigers, you know, of the fighting spirit, and kind of Ireland is renowned for that. It's probably in our DNA a little bit, like, you know, something to maybe tap into.
Yeah, that is, I still call them our tigers, our Irish tigers, because they can go this little further than other countries can. There's no player ever stop fighting for a result. And with that as starting point, and with all the talent that we have in the team, you can grow. It's the opposite. When I started in the Netherlands, there was nobody fighting for a result. It was all about controlling, but there was no spirit at all. So there I had to start with the complete opposite. But this gives so much more future, because it comes from out of their DNA, from out of their toes. And something like that you cannot learn. But playing football, you can learn. So this team has a huge future. I'm absolutely sure of that. We have had this week the youngsters in, because of extra players, because of COVID, because of some injuries, because of players who couldn't come because of others being affected in their close environment. And those players have grown every day this week, and they're full part of the squad. It's not that they are additions, they really play at a very high level already. They're very young, but they play at a high level, and that gives all the hopes for the future.